What's up, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with the Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Tuesday so far, ready to rock and roll because we are off with another Miami Heat Talk video. Before we get started, guys, I would really appreciate y'all clicking that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get all your boys' updates because we are dropping this YouTube algorithm on fire. So let's go ahead and do it together. Want to thank you guys so much for the boost in subscribers. We are almost there at 2,000. Please help your boy out to get there. It's a big goal. Now, normally, I got a few notes and a few different subjects I want to talk about. I pretty much handled that in my last video. If you haven't checked it out, hit it. It was a real banger. But this one, I want to talk about something that happened a couple days ago, which I'm sure all of you are aware. You see the picture in the video, you clicked it. James Harden. For those of you that saw, a couple days ago, James Harden came out at one of his basketball camps and basically called the general manager of Philadelphia a liar. The day before that, Philadelphia came out and they basically said that they were not going to trade James Harden, that they were expecting James Harden to show up to camp. That was really interesting because just like Damian Lillard, James Harden requested a trade, specifically to go to the Clippers. And Damian Lillard was the only one catching flack because he specifically wanted to go to Miami. A lot of people were thinking it's just shade towards the Heat. I personally think that's just James Harden. That's what we expect from James Harden. He goes somewhere, he complains, he whines, he's not happy, he requests the trade. This is exactly what I spoke about a few weeks ago with my video about is load management players killing this league. Because you got guys like Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, James Harden. They sign max contracts in a certain team, and they request out immediately. And you're seeing the problem with these guys. James Harden comes out and does stuff like this, and everybody's like, that's just Harden. That's just the way he is. But Damian Lillard comes out and requests a trade to Miami, and the whole world breaks loose. So it's funny to me. However, James Harden opted in his $35 million player option and requested to be traded. Philadelphia was looking for trade suitors. He only wanted to go to the Clippers. Just like Portland and Miami, they couldn't come to a decision. But there was a lot of things that were different with James Harden that you didn't see in Damian Lillard's side. Daryl Morey came out and basically said that if they didn't get an all-star caliber player for James Harden, they weren't going to trade for him. Portland never said that. Daryl Morey recently came out and said, we've stopped all trade talks for James Harden. We expect him to go to camp. Portland's not done that. Then James Harden comes out in his basketball camp and word for word says, Daryl Morey is a liar and I will not play in an organization that he's running. Wow. I mean, if you want to get out of a team, I mean, James Harden is the expert of getting out of teams, whether it's complaining and whining, whether if it's getting fat in Houston, whether if it's just stop playing like he did in Brooklyn. If he requests a trade and you don't send him out, he'll find a way to get out. And you're seeing the difference between guys like Damian Lillard and James Harden. And I'll give credit to Damian Lillard because he's handled this whole process like an adult. He even did his album release party in Portland, and it was a good time. But there has not been any change of his stance. Damian Lillard wants to be traded to the Miami Heat. It hasn't changed. He hasn't rescinded his trade. Portland has not come out and said that they're not going to trade him. The trade request is still out there. No matter how much time goes on, you guys, it's a month and a half already since the request happened. Nothing's changed. The NBA sent out this bullshit memo about Damian Lillard and his agent asking to go for other teams. And for some people that still don't understand it, let me make this very clear. The NBA memo for Damian Lillard's trade request to Miami doesn't state that they're going to stop the trade. It's specifically warning Damian Lillard and his agent, Aaron Goodwin, that if they continue to come out and say that Damian Lillard will not report to camp for another team, he will be fined. That's all that letter said. It never said they were going to stop the trade. It never said they were going to get involved with the trade. Nothing like that. Miami still is in the driver's seat. And you're seeing it with this situation with James Harden. And honestly, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You're seeing the big difference between small dick and big dick energy. Sorry to use those words, but it's the truth. Damian Lillard's handled this like a man. Put in his trade request, waiting for it to get done. He's not bitching in social media. He's not doing stuff like James Harden did. And you know what? There's two sides to every story. Daryl Morey may be a liar. Daryl Morey may be a piece of garbage. But James Harden is only making himself look bad by doing stuff like this. And this is exactly why I would prefer Damian Lillard over James Harden. I've never had interest in James Harden coming into this team. Ever. Because of stuff like this. Because he signs max contracts, he goes to a team, his feelings get hurt, and then he wants to get traded. James Harden couldn't handle Miami. He couldn't handle this culture. He couldn't handle guys like Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler telling him as it is, calling him a bitch when he plays like one. His feelings will get hurt, and he'll request a trade. That's why I want Damian Lillard on this team. Damian Lillard's a man. He got big dick energy. He knows that there's a job to do. He knows that there's a goal to achieve. That's why at the end of the day, you guys, Miami is going all in for a man like Damian Lillard. A man, not a boy like James Harden. Damian Lillard is the perfect fit on this team. Now this poses the question. Does Damian Lillard have to do what James Harden is doing to get out of Portland? My answer, absolutely not. Damian Lillard is going about this the right way. Because I don't care what anyone says. You can say Portland doesn't have to trade him. You can say Portland's already paid him. You can say, oh, they've given him a platform. All of that is true. But at the end of the day, Damian Lillard has reciprocated that. He's stuck with the organization. He's been loyal, unlike a guy like James Harden. He's been absolutely loyal to the squad. He wants to win a championship. He's ready. After 11 years, he's requested to make a trade. I think it's time to grant that. Now look, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's all about the schematics. It's all about how we get this done. But after all this time that it's taken to make this trade, you're hampering what you can do. Because before, when free agency started, when Damian Lillard originally made this trade request, when we were in the moratorium, Portland could have figured out. We could have done a big 4 to 5 team trade like we did with Jimmy Butler when we got him in 2019. Miami could have done a big elaborate 4 to 5 team trade. Could have gotten Portland all the draft picks they wanted. Could have gotten maybe extra players they wanted. But no, Portland waited, and waited. All the teams have signed players. Not a lot of teams have salary cap. Pretty much you're hampered into making multi-team trades. You can do it with Brooklyn. You can send Tyler Hero's contract to Brooklyn to get some extra draft picks. But is it taking too long? And does Miami Heat at this point want to send specific players because it's taking this long? Because the only thing that it's doing, in my opinion, you guys, is just pissing Damian Lillard off. It's making the situation bad. And if they take Damian Lillard into training camp, this is going to be a huge shit show. It's just the truth. Whether you're a Portland fan, whether you're a Heat fan, or you're not a fan, all of us can agree on one thing. If Portland send Damian Lillard to training camp with this team, it's going to blow up in somebody's face. Whether Damian Lillard says something there, something is going to happen. I'm telling you this now. It's wise for Portland to make this deal before training camp. Because the further this goes on, the worse it's going to get. I don't care what people say. You'll have people hating, saying, oh, they don't have to trade Damian Lillard. Oh, this doesn't have to happen. You're hampering Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson is the future for Portland. Scoot Henderson is that guy. It's time to give him the reins. It's time to really rebuild with this team. You're not rebuilding by keeping Damian Lillard. You're creating a problem. Anthony Simons is starting a $100 million contract, for God's sakes. And he's going to be the fourth guard on that team? I don't think so. That's just my opinion. So I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about this whole James Harden situation? Are you on James Harden's side? Are you on Philadelphia's side? Or you just believe that everybody's being dramatic and acting like children? Do you think that Damian Lillard has to do what James Harden is doing? Or are you happy with how Damian Lillard is handling this situation? I think with situations like this, it's better to handle like an adult, be a real man, instead of running around with small dick energy like James Harden. I mean, Drama value is amazing. It gives us all something to talk about. I'm sure the NBA media is going crazy with the whole James Harden thing, but you don't have to do something like that. Like, in my opinion, you really don't. That's childish. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Take a moment, you guys, smash the like button, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to comment your thoughts. And before I end this video, just one more thing I want to say. Today, August 15th, is the beautiful birthday of my wife, Amy. I know you guys have seen her a few times on this channel. I mentioned her in and out. She does watch this video regularly. Today is her birthday. I want to take a moment to wish my beautiful wife, Amy, a happy, happy birthday. We've been together for almost 13 glorious years, have 2 amazing children. You guys have no idea what this woman has done for my life. She saved me. She's my eyes when I can't see. She's my breath when I can't breathe. Amy, no matter where we go, no matter what we do in life, as long as you're with me, I will always be home. I love you. Happy birthday. Thank you guys so much for your time. And until next time, it's your boy, Ernest out. And that is enough said. Happy birthday, Amy.